Olympic Winterfest countdown to Albertville.
Imagine you're all by yourself. And then imagine you're all by yourself with an entire country watching your every move. You've dreamed of this day your entire life, breaking through the crowds and skating ever so proudly up to the stand that tells the world that you have won the gold. Just 4.5 minutes alone on the ice. And this time the effort might take you beyond the present, because on the horizon is a place in the mountains called Albertville, site of the '92 Olympic Games, and that's the ultimate dream. You have a chance to skate in the tracings of the legends of the sport. In the '80s, figure skating took on an aura of international confrontation, and great rivalries were born. Scott Hamilton dominated the early part of the decade, but had to withstand the challenge of Canadian Brian Orser. Elaine Zayak, who brought power to the sport, and Rosalind Sumners with her grace and poise, an American rivalry. East Germany's Katharina Witt would ultimately knock Roz off the victory stand and capture Olympic gold. Katharina would lose her world championship to another American, Debbie Thomas. But at the Olympics, it was Katharina. As the decade wound down, two great talents named Brian, Boitano and Orser. Now it's a new decade and time for new rivalries. Kurt Browning, world champion. Christopher Bowman. Viktor Petrenko. Tonight, the 1990 world title is on the line. Midori Ito, world champion. Trenary. The sun is rising on a new era in skating, and we're all here on the coast of Nova Scotia to see how figure skating in the 90s will unfold. Overflow crowd at the Metro Center in downtown Halifax, Nova Scotia. These knowledgeable fans have filled this arena all week. They've been here for the 1990 World Figure Skating Championships. Good evening, everybody. I'm Vern Lundquist, and welcome to Halifax for a special edition of Olympic Winterfest Countdown to Albertville. Tonight will feature the ladies' final. It holds promise of being a truly amazing competition. That's coming up in about an hour. We'll also look back at the men's final concluded here on Thursday evening. This is my first trip to the World Figure Skating Championships. Scott Hamilton has competed in this event many times. Scott, you won the competition in the men's 4 times. The ladies tonight, though, has such promise. It's truly an amazing competition.
Well, you surely picked a wild one to attend for the first time. This is an unbelievable event. The ladies' competition is so tight here. The top 5 ladies all are in contention for a medal. 3 of those ladies are Americans. 4 of those ladies are in contention for the gold. One possibility, Jill Trenary. If she is first in the long program or even second to Midori Ito, she becomes the world champion. It is going to be a wild event.
Well, one reason for the complexity of the scoring is that this is not a single night event. The competition actually began much earlier in the week. And for more on that, let's go to our colleague, Pat O'Brien.
Well, Vern, there have been so many surprises and changes here, I really don't know where to begin, but we'll begin with an ending. The compulsory figures, which account for 20% of the competition, are after this world's history. They have taken the event that has changed the course of skating so many times, and they have thrown it out. And after what happened this year, nobody is more pleased about that than Midori Ito. For 1,000 winters, figure skating has begun with figure skating. And when you are the world champion, 1,000 hours of practice is never enough. The ice freezes at 0 centigrade in Nagoya, Japan, just like it freezes at 32 degrees Fahrenheit in Colorado Springs, where Jill Trenary spends 1,001 hours for the extra edge. And on a cold winter's morning in Halifax, when they gathered for the compulsories, Jill Trenary proved that when this part of the sport is done properly, it can be beautiful. Jill did it properly. Even on game day, there's always room for one more lesson. And even on game day, there's room for disaster. When it was over, Jill Trenary was in first place. Midori Ito was in 10th. The victory and the defeat branded on the ice. But you could see it elsewhere as well. You knew the Empress was in trouble, and before long, all of Japan knew.
2つの後の2女子選手の結果がまだ分かんないんですね。それを含めてですね。
ジュニア、すいません、世界フィギュア、伊藤やや出遅れ。
You don't need us to tell you who had a better day. As Jill shared it with the media, they looked like they were sitting before a queen. And so, the royalty moved on to the short program. And the long and short of this was that there was still work to do. The wannabes were here. You know Kristi Yamaguchi, but quickly, who's this? Quickly, how about this? When you are in 10th place, you make an adjustment. And whatever Midori Ito did, the Japanese ought to package it. The girl they call the jumping flea jumped into the lead. Not to worry, right? Jill Trenary began showing that grace and beauty have a way of defeating pressure. And her coach, Carlo Fassi, concurred. Not to worry, right? Want to bet? She was so far away from the way it was supposed to go, missing crucial combinations that Carlo couldn't watch. In fact, he left in the middle of it. Not only did Jill open the door for the others, she put out a welcome mat. And the first to say thank you was the Soviet, Natalya Lebedeva. The Japanese were so happy their TV person could barely interview the star. The star, when the night began, went back into the darkness. Stepping over the welcome mat next was the pride of bountiful Utah, Holly Cook. And until this moment, she was a wannabe. After her skate, she was the heir to the throne. With this performance, the judges put her in second place. Ever get one of those phone calls when you just know something's wrong? Well, somebody got one of those calls. Are you happy now? Good?
Yes, I'm so happy.
Is your foot hurt or no?
So.
But you are very happy.
Yes, I'm so happy. And tomorrow, free skating, I'm...
Yeah, good. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. The real question is, who will be taking the final bow? It may look like it here, but this thing is definitely not over.
I usually went over, but Joseph did.
After all of that, here's the way they stand entering the free skate. Natalya Lebedeva is in first place. Holly Cook in second. Jill Trenary third. Midori Ito is fourth. And Kristi Yamaguchi is fifth. When we return, we'll show you the men's final concluded here on Thursday night. Halifax, where this overflow crowd is settling in for the start of the men's final. Before the free skating begins, let's go down to Pat O'Brien.
We've already showed you how the compulsories pretty much decided the ladies' competition. Over on the men's side, what the compulsories and the judges did was take an awesome field and turn it into two men. No, I take that back. They took the rest of them out and created a two-man war for the gold. The Cold War may be over, but somebody forgot to tell Viktor Petrenko. Canada is one of the friendliest countries in the world, but Kurt Browning doesn't care. The USA usually wins the wars, but not this one. Christopher Bowman's short program was sensational, but it fell short. And so it came down to two, and it was almost a battle of confidence. As Browning was finishing a near-perfect short program, Petrenko was standing in the wings. And while he was preparing to go out on the ice, the vibes he was getting from the Canadian crowd and Kurt Browning was, follow that act, buddy. And so he did. Did we say it was a battle of confidence? Let's go back a moment. A year ago, Petrenko was so favored, it was like throwing caution to the wind. But at the Paris Worlds, he was out of it early in the short program, leaving the door open for the Americans to go ahead one more time. And after a surprising show of brilliance from Browning, Petrenko didn't even show. A year ago, when we visited Viktor in his hometown of Odessa on the Black Sea in the Soviet Union, we discovered that he was quite the rebel. For one thing, he trains far away from the mecca of skating, Moscow. Here in Odessa, he's a rebel with a cause. In fact, he was driving down that road to success. But the hammer and sickle was taken out by a maple leaf. Canada's Kurt Browning got the gold and a year's worth of sensational photo opportunities.
Yeah, it's been a roller coaster. It's been up, it's been down. The beginning was, of course, really exciting. With the new title came a lot of new opportunities.
But when you live your life inside a fishbowl, not only can everybody look in, they have the advantage. Because on the other side of the glass, you can't drown.
I started feeling that because I'd won this one competition that I was not allowed to make any more mistakes. Making mistakes is Kurt's style. I'm positive I fall down more than any other world champion has ever been. I train a lot for fun, and I try things for fun sometimes. And falling never bothered me before. All of a sudden it was.
In fact, the world champion took a world-class fall. And coming into this Worlds, he'd gone from first to third. And suddenly, he was not only losing the battles, but the entire war.
Now the Russians think that they can win. Now the Americans think that they can win. If I'd have cleaned up every competition I stepped on the ice, then all those guys would have been floating into Halifax going, well, all the pressure's on Kurt. I've got no pressure. If I don't win, Kurt was expected to win anyways. But now all of them have a chance. So now I've shared my pressure with everybody. How's that for positive thinking?
Well, when you fall off the horse, you get back on.
I'm back on track, and I have a really good chance of skating good in Halifax, and I don't think that this whole thing is worth it. It's not worth losing your own identity. It's not worth stressing yourself out over, because that's not what gets productivity. So I'm going to go into Halifax happy, and I bet you I'm going to skate great.
Kurt Browning has already had a terrific performance this week in both the compulsory figures and the original program. But if he's to win, he must outskate Viktor Petrenko of the Soviet Union. Petrenko, Browning, and Bowman. They're next.
Competitor representing the Soviet Union, the L'Union Soviétique.
From Odessa in the Soviet Union. Currently in first place after a superb original program. 20-year-old Viktor Petrenko. Fresh from a championship in Leningrad.
This program is loaded with content. It's a beautifully choreographed program. His opening jump is a combination of two jumps, triple axel into triple toe loop, and he hangs on. Beautiful. At the European Championships, he left this next jump out. It's a back spiral into triple axel. And he leaves it out again.
That really is interesting. Why do you suppose he did that?
A triple axel, triple toe loop combination is a statement in itself. And I think he probably just feels he didn't need to take the risk of doing another triple axel. But he needs his triple lutz. And he lands that too. To be a triple. Triple sack out, nicely done.
Viktor Petrenko came in with an ever so narrow lead over defending champion Kurt Browning. How's he doing?
So far, he's skating very cautiously, as he did in the European Championships. It worked out there. He might have noticed that Kurt Browning did not have a good warm-up, and he might feel that a so-so safe performance might be able to win this thing. Russian split into triple toe loop.
By luck of the draw, Petrenko is skating first among the final 5 competitors. Browning will be next. Now, in the short program, he had to follow Kurt Browning. Is it to his advantage to skate first here?
I don't necessarily think so, only because he had to come right out of the warm-up to skate, and he's not known as being a stamina skater. So if you start your program a little tired from warm-up, it could come back to haunt you at the end of your routine. What's important to note here is that you're only judged at what you do. According to the program that he's been doing all week, he's taking it real easy, but he's going to need some content real soon if he expects to hold off Kurt Browning. Triple loop, combination to the double toe loop. A slight 2-foot landing in that double loop, or triple loop.
Well, he's got 90 seconds left in his program, and he's had a problem with stamina historically. See how he finishes.
Oh, that was meant to be a double axel. Looks like he's running out of gas. The jumps are losing their height. His arms are coming down. Again, it's the end of his program. He left a lot of his jumps out. I don't know if that's going to be good enough to beat a good performance by Kurt Browning.
Viktor Petrenko win the European Championships just a month ago. And there's a look of chagrin in his face that was not there then.
Well, I'm sure he realized the Europeans that a safe performance would win there, but a safe performance when Kurt Browning is next to skate may not do it.
And there's Kurt Browning, ready to defend his champion, and all of a sudden, room has been left at the top, and he'll have the home crowd behind him. And there's a guy who can light up a crowd, Christopher Bowman of the United States. He's fighting for the bronze medal tonight, and he'll skate last. Now, here are the marks for technical merit for Viktor Petrenko, Scott.
Oh, those are a little generous, I think. He started out great triple-triple combination. Then he started playing it safe. He left a lot of things out. His performance, you can tell by the audience reaction, was not a giant killer. I think an average performance by Kurt Browning could win this thing.
Now let's check the marks for artistic impression, which are next.
Oh, 5 9s, 4 of them, 5 of them, I think, 4. Those are a little high. I really feel like he did a nice program. He's a classical type of skater, good lines, good presentation, but I really didn't think that he delivered it with all the intensity that he could have.
Kurt Browning is next. We'll be back after this message and a word from your local station. The defending world champion from Alberta in Canada, skating before the home crowd, 23-year-old Kurt Browning.
Canada, Kurt Browning.
He was a surprise winner last March in Paris. He's had to live with this championship now for a full 12 months. He's in second place going into the free skate.
And he doesn't waste any time. His opening jump, the way he's been doing it in practice, is a quadruple toe loop. He's the only man to ever land this in the world in competition. Triple toe loop, double toe loop. Jumps, double axel, half loop, triple sow cow. Nicely done. been having trouble with in practice all week. It's a triple flip, but his takeoff is much too quick, and it's very scary looking. Right here, he picks back, and he hangs onto it.
Since winning in Paris, Kurt Browning has really had an inconsistent season. You had to defend. How tough is that?
The defending year is the toughest year you could possibly imagine, emotionally, skating-wise, in every way possible. There's so many demands on you, so many pressures, and all of a sudden you feel like you have to live up to the image of a world champion. The next sequence of jumps are really going to win this thing or lose it for him. Triple axel. Double loop. He has another triple axel planned here. If he lands this and just plays it safe the rest of the program, the world title is his. Triple axel, he steps out of a little bit, slight falter. He did not put his other foot down. A turnout is not supposed to count as a deduction.
Scott, in a sense, it's head-to-head competition, Petrenko and Browning. Does Browning have the lead thus far?
I would say yes, but a problem with Kurt Browning is he hasn't been training his program all the way through. So nobody knows what he's capable of doing once he's tired. And he needs a few more things in order to win this.
With 30 seconds to go in the performance as he was skating toward us, Kurt Browning even had time to look at his coach, Michael Uranic, and wink.
Well, he knew he had it. He knew he had it. You know, you can sense it. The ice feels good. Bam, that's it. You know you've got it under you, and he just knew. Let's take another look at one of the jumps that assured him this title. Triple axel, look at 3.5 times. Look at the height on this jump. It's enormous. Double loop jump to tie it off. Very difficult combination. What a performance. He hasn't won all year convincingly. A lot of people felt that he shouldn't have repeated as Canadian champion. But who cares when you can come out when you need to come out, give the performance of your life, and win another world title. That's just terrific.
marks for Kurt Browning for technical merit. Well into technique.
Whoa!
5'8", 5'9", 5'9", 5'9", 5'9",
Definitely reflects the quality of that performance. It makes you wonder if he would have gotten a 6-1 if he would have done the quad.
23-year-old Kurt Browning from Edmonton, Alberta. And now we wait the marks, and here they are.
Well, he went down a little bit by 2 of the judges. Again, he's a strong technical skater. He's a great performer, but he's still got some developing to do, believe it or not. A 2-time world champion. Great performance. He needed to hit it after the guy he needed to beat. Incredible.
So the gold belongs to Kurt Browning. There is still one medal to be decided. Christopher Bowman currently in 5th place, but he's got a shot at the bronze. Christopher Bowman in just a bit, but before we do, let's catch up with Pat O'Brien.
All right, Vern, thanks. Well, I'm in the edit truck, and for a reason. Usually before one of the top skaters goes onto the ice, we show you what we call a profile. You know, before Kurt Browning skated, we showed him riding a horse. Before Viktor Petrenko, we showed you pictures of him throwing rocks into the Black Sea. And we had one prepared on Christopher Bowman as well. Honest, Rich, hand me that. Here it is. We really had it done. But you're not going to see this, and for good reason, because the guy who dropped out of the Nationals and arrived here at the Worlds in Halifax had such an incredible week, we'd be cheating you if we didn't show you just that part. So here it is. We'll call it simply Christopher Bowman's week, or how a few not-so-funny things happened on the way to world competition. When Christopher Bowman got off the plane here in Halifax, he was confident, ready to go. Ready to bury the memory of last year when Kurt Browning of Canada took the gold. Lesson learned, right?
Seeing the American flag second to the Canadian flag was like, at that time, someone had slapped me in the face and said, "You idiot! Why didn't you go for the damn brass ring?" And I was really, at that time, I think, turned around, and I promised myself as I stood there in front of our flag that I would be 100% committed to being totally aggressive and going after this.
The commitment took him to the mountains of California, where he was handed a list of strict and ironclad rules. This time, it was going to be no more Mr. Nice Guy. But because of Christopher Bowman's never-ending free spirit, strict and ironclad rules are for other skaters. And if you're his coach, Frank Carroll, this begins to wear you down. And by the time they got to Nova Scotia, well, the soap opera began.
Okay, now we're up next. Do you think you could do an outer forward 8 and get the sideline on, just line it up? Just do an outside 8 on top of it. You know, do you know what's wrong over here or not? Or do you think it's on?
No, I saw it.
Okay, fix it, but don't go over it. You know, do an outside 8. Fix which one is wrong.
First order of business was the compulsories. And under normal circumstances, the coach helps you pick out a patch of ice. The competition can be won or lost here, but these were not normal circumstances. Frank Carroll was nowhere to be found. And you thought Knots Landing had a plot.
Yeah, that's why I was waiting for you.
Well, I couldn't get here. I did the best I can.
Okay.
You know, I thought maybe you'd come and look at the ice.
Well, I mean, you were like right here, and, you know, I was waiting for you. We had time.
Okay.
No, I'm just saying.
Were you and Christopher arguing out there today? Someone told me that.
No, not any more than usual.
Yeah. What was that all about? Just frustration or?
Well, no, just that, you know, dealing with Christopher and getting your mind and his mind together is a bit of a chore, and sometimes I have to really be very firm. And it may seem like I'm a very animated person anyway, and from a distance you might think that I'm angry when I'm intense, and there's a difference, I think.
I want to do the triple loop. I want to do it on the hip a little more, okay? So I want you to do the stroking, you know, after the ballet loop, and I want to do the Inabauer with more movement and flow and the triple loop together, okay? Okay. I know you're tired, but this is the only practice we have of the day. 5 minutes. 5 minutes, Mr. Bowman.
That concludes the warm-up. The practice, I'd ask skaters to please clear the ice.
Good?
Yes.
Well, the first part was good.
Well, yeah, but you know, you should have finished the end. Yeah, I'd love to have a drink. I haven't even had dinner.
Help me.
Where are you going? Are you coming downstairs?
I'm a prisoner.
Oh, you can't come down. Prisoner in your own mind. Is he out of control? I wouldn't say he's out of control, but I think he's near being out of control. And, you know, I try to do what I can, but sometimes I'm very frustrated.
This really is not important to me. I mean, the important thing is I'm doing the very best I can. And I'm only human. I mean, that's just the way I am. I would like it to be, you know, Christopher Bowman, you know, the world champion, the Olympic champion, and do everything that it takes to get there. But at the same time, I don't want it to be where, you know, I'm held back as a person.
Well, Christopher Bowman's week comes to a conclusion one way or another when we come back from Halifax.
Now, entertaining with some personality. Good luck, with class.
And now on the ice, the final competitor in the men's event of the 1990 World Figure Skating Championships. He is both charismatic and enigmatic. 22-year-old Christopher Bowman. He comes in 5th spot with a chance for the bronze medal.
His opening jump seems a little easy by men's standards, but a double axel. Does that because his next jump is a triple axel. It gives him a great feeling of takeoff. He needs this jump. Taking off forward, 3.5 revolutions in the air. And he can't hang on to the landing. Triple Lutz. Double toe loop. He's been doing a triple toe loop, but he doubled it that time.
Filipowski for 3rd place.
He's been having a lot of trouble with his consistency this week. Nice triple loop. And when watching him, he's gotten better each day in practice. It seems like if he had 3 more weeks, he might be prepared to take on even Browning.
Well, how much of a factor will his conditioning be in the last couple of minutes now?
Be a big factor. He needs to hit everything from now on to assure himself a bronze medal. He missed this the other day in practice, a triple Lutz jump, and he nails it.
Been a very tough year for Christopher Bowman. He'll turn 23 on the 30th of March. I think most of you know he absolutely adores the spotlight, and he's had to share it here.
He's working the crowd and the referee. Chris has had this year, having to pull out of the national championships. He's been having some trouble getting along with his coach this week a little bit. I think any kind of medal here would be a huge personal victory for him. Triple sow cow. Nicely done in the double toe loop.
Will that do it for him?
It really could, and he throws a triple toe loop in for absolutely an unknown reason. After the problems he's had, great performance. Came from. He's been tentative, slow, and inconsistent all week. He just pulls it off.
Well, it took him a while, but he got the crowd into it. And now the question remains, was that enough to knock Grzegorz Filipovski out of third place and give Bowman the bronze medal? There's Filipovski. He seems to think it might have been enough.
And here's a replay of that last triple toe loop. He hadn't done it in the program all week. He threw it in at the last minute. I don't know why. Is it guts or complete lunacy? It's guts when you land.
Mention that we are going to be having the.
I've got a sense that Frank Carroll doesn't know why either, Scott.
Well, I think a lot of things Chris does is lost on Frank.
Christopher Bowman.
Christopher Bowman for technical merit.
And they're excellent marks, 2.58s and 5.7s, comparable to Viktor Petrenko's marks, but without the triple axel.
5.6, 5.7, 5.
Man, I went for it.
The second time you went for it.
The second time went.
Well, you should not. Well, anyway, we'll
all
get into
head
it
and no heart in that attempt.
All head and no heart. Here are the artistic impression marks, Scott.
And they're going to go up. He's a great performer, and that'll assure him the bronze medal.
I'm trying. I'm trying. I'm trying.
5.7.
There's a war going on out there. I was so lost. You know, I was just trying to get the stuff off.
No kidding, I made up the program, remember?
Well, I'm sure he will. Kurt Browning wins the title. Viktor Petrenko finishes second. Christopher Bowman is third. Now, for more on the soap opera, here's Pat O'Brien.
You guys seem to have argued your way through this week.
Oh, yes, definitely.
What's that all about?
Well, it's never easy. Life with Christopher is never easy.
It's hard. It's been a crazy year for
How about life with Frank?
Huh?
How about life with Frank?
Life with Frank couldn't be any better. I wouldn't be here today if it wasn't for this man.
What did you have to do? What did you think when you went in? What you had to do to get the bronze? I mean,
it was real hard because I felt like I was on cleanup crew, the grand finale. That was kind of a pressure in itself. I was a little tired, trying to get myself together, skating last, but really attack it. And just, you know, fight like a dog. I don't care what happens. I don't care what number I have to skate in anymore. I'm not going out there with my head. I'm going out there with my heart. I'm going for it.
What a moment it must be for Kurt Browning, skating before the home folks. He becomes the first man to successfully defend a world championship since Scott Hamilton in 1984. Our same-day coverage of the ladies' competition is next, after this message and a word from your local station. Welcome back to Halifax, Nova Scotia. We're about set for the glamour event, the free skate in the ladies' singles. Here's the way they stand going into the final 4 minutes for each. Natalya Lebedeva is first. Holly Cook, a surprise second. Jill Trenary is third. The defending champ, Midori Ito, is fourth. And Kristi Yamaguchi currently stands in fifth. Now, as you watch them skate, understand that any of these five has a mathematical chance of the gold medal. The possibilities are so complex, we consulted the computer. It winked, coughed, spewed smoke, and said, go figure. Well, we've got Scott Hamilton here to help shed some light on it. Scott, Midori Ito can win. How must she do it?
Well, the skating scoring system is so convoluted and difficult to explain that it's probably best to do it in two scenarios. Scenario number one, Midori Ito needs help to win this competition. She is not in charge of her own destiny. She needs to win the long program and have somebody other than in the top three come in second. And ironically, that could be Kristi Yamaguchi. Scenario number two, that one of the top three ladies, Jill Trenary's included in that group, either wins the long program or comes in second to Midori Ito. If that happens, they become the world champion. So it's, if you're confused, it took us hours to come up with that. It's going to be a wild event. Anything could happen.
Well, Jill Trenary could have made it simple. She had a stranglehold on this title at one time, but she had a very poor performance in the original program yesterday. How's she doing? Well, our Pat O'Brien has been backstage for the last couple of hours. Let's get a report.
Well, the report is she's doing pretty good. She got here a couple of hours ago, and she's been listening to her Walkman, going through her routine, joking, laughing with people. About 20 minutes ago, she put on her game face. Last night, when we saw her leave the building, she was crying, and so I asked some of her people, did she wake up smiling? And they said, no, she woke up fighting. Carlo Fassi, her coach, told me the best advice he gave her was simply to do everything right. Sounds simple, doesn't it?
Not quite, Pat. Here's the order in which they will skate. First up, Kristi Yamaguchi. She's followed by the defending champion, Midori Ito. Jill Trenary skates third. Natalya Lebedeva is fourth. And Holly Cook will be our final skater.
There's Kristi Yamaguchi's mother, Carol. This is the hard part, waiting and watching.
Notre prochaine concurrente, our next competitor representing the United States.
From Fremont, California, 18-year-old Kristi Yamaguchi. She comes in fifth place. She had a terrific original program in which she finished second.
I think of all the ladies you'll see, Kristi is the closest to Midori Ito in technical ability. She had a great warm-up, her opening jump, triple lutz into a double toe loop, triple lutz, double toe. Split jump into triple flip, very important. She came up short on the rotation and couldn't hang on to the landing.
But think about how Midori Ito.
And another fall in a triple toe loop. Midori Ito right now must be going crazy if she knew what was going on out here.
Not to be redundant, but keep in mind that Midori Ito has to finish first in the long program. She needed help from Kristi Yamaguchi.
She competed in the pair event with her partner Rudy Galindo. And fatigue is a factor. Well, it was generally a nice performance. She had some problems at the very beginning. She might be a little disappointed.
I would venture a guess that Midori Ito was a little disappointed because she needed a fine effort from Kristi Yamaguchi, and here's what cost her.
Here's another look at the triple flip. Watch her right foot right there. It turns underneath, and that just kills any chance of height. She under-rotated the jump and couldn't do a landing. And there's the reaction from Mom.
Backstage, Midori Ito getting ready to skate. She has to hope that Kristi gets high marks.
For technical merit, les notes pour mérite technique.
Now here are the marks for technical merit for Kristi Yamaguchi.
And these are very high. She did a lot of difficult things. Two beautiful triple lutzes. She did a nice triple loop. Those are high enough. That could cause some problems for the rest of the girls. She is definitely a force to be reckoned with in the future.
5-6, 5-6, 5-6. Thank you. Marks for artistic impression.
And now the marks for artistic impression.
And these are good as well. She's a very gentle, feminine skater, and she presents herself very well.
5-7.
These are going to be interesting.
5-6.
It depends, you know, if there's so many different things. This is going to open the door for Midori Ito.
Welcome back to Halifax, Nova Scotia. The focus of the ice skating world this week, indeed all of this year, has been on the defending ladies champion, Midori Ito. Here's Pat O'Brien.
トリプルアクセル見事に成功です。
Let me help you out here. That's Japanese for triple Axel, the only woman to ever land this move safely. And we all watched last year as she landed the first in world competition. And all of a sudden, made in Japan took on a new meaning. In fact, it's about time. We all knew a few things about Japan for all those reasons to see on the news and read about in the morning while watching your Sony and before you get into your Nissan. You see, Japan was never much into Western culture until they figured out a way to buy it. And when that happened, suddenly we all became just a bit more interested in this made in Japan thing. You know this part of the story. Not only is Japan taking notice of Western culture, they are influencing it. And in skating, this is the smaller and better version. While most 5-year-old kids were perfecting finger painting, Midori Ito was building a highlight film. While most kids were learning how to deal with playmates, Midori Ito was learning how to deal with judges. Let's grow up with her. At age 12, she did the first triple-triple. No woman had ever done that. Age 12. Another first. Outside of Michael Jackson, not many 12-year-olds are phenoms. Suddenly, she was 9 feet tall. And when something is big, the Japanese jump on it. They perfect it. They try to make it better. Heck, it's already smaller, so make it better. Send it to the Olympics for a test run to see if they like it. They did. Oh, remember when we said Michael Jackson? Let's try the Beatles. But Ito-mania has its limits, especially when the focus is still in high school. In this case, commencement did indeed mean beginning. And the beginning of a terrific flower collection. And then when you graduate to a gold medal in world competition, you become one of those people who gets greeted at the airport by somebody other than grandma. And wouldn't you know it, just like in the West, the politicians arrive as well. Well, there's some people you don't want to meet, like doctors. The jumping has taken its toll, and now she has a foot problem.
My ankle is my biggest problem right now, but I also have a backache and my foot has a pain. So especially my foot has a lot of pain right now, so I'm really worried about it.
Well, when the tough get worried, the worried get tough. Midori Ito's day ought to be cloned into one of those books that talks about working too much. She begins with, what else? Skating. Then at lunch, she talks strategy with her coach, who she lives with. Like to live with your boss? At 2, shiatsu. Then on to ballet. And just to make sure she hasn't done any damage to her meal ticket, she gets medical advice. And just to really make sure, she visits Buddha and gets some Eastern medicine, and by then she's smoking. Temple done, back to skating. Back to eating, and by about 20 minutes after midnight, she calls it quits. What are you doing at 20 minutes after midnight? The Japanese work ethic is dressed in tradition, and to celebrate the work she's done, they sent her here to the world in the finest of tradition. So there she is, a skater with a better idea, a skater with profound conviction, like her country something to be reckoned with, made in Japan.
Concurrent, our next contestant, Japan, Midori Ito.
Now from Nagoya, Japan, 4'8", 99 pounds. The defending champion, Midori Ito. Seemingly out of it after the compulsories, where she finished 10th. But she won the original program and currently stands 4th.
Midori Ito is without a doubt the strongest jumper ever. In the ladies event, her first jump, triple Lutz. Beautiful! She was the first woman in the world ever to land a triple axel, and that's what she's planned next. Look at the height on this jump. She hit beautiful ones in the warm-up. She landed last year.
This rink, by the way, is just a bit smaller than those found in Asia and in Europe.
She's been struggling with the size. She was really close to the wall on the triplets and on that triple flip.
Well, as you saw in the feature that Pat O'Brien did on Midori Ito, she has been working on her artistry. Has she improved, Scott?
Much improved. Midori Ito again.
She was the first of the final 5 contestants here at the arena today. She came 2.5 hours ago and began to warm up.
Okay, here's a replay of that triple Axel. She's the only woman in history to ever do this. Look at the height of this jump. It's enormous. 1, 2, 3.5 revolutions, lands it perfectly on one foot. Whoa! Technical merit mark.
6-0.
3-6.0 is the rest. 5-9.
5-9. 6-0. 6-0.
What can I say? 5-9. That reflects something that nobody else has in the world.
5-9. 5-9. 5-9.
Should be interesting to see what her second marks are. And they are lower. She has worked very hard on her artistic impression, but it's kind of a bum rap. They've been talking about how weak she is in that way for a long time, and it's going to take her a long time to get over that.
Jill Trenary is next. We'll be back after this message and a word from your local station.
5-9. 5-8. 5-8.
Will be skating soon, going after her first world title, and it's just like last year. Here's Pat O'Brien.
I had such a hard time after Worlds trying to decide whether I should go on or not because I felt that fate just wasn't working for me.
Nails it! Oh! That was the first time a woman has ever landed triple axel in world competition.
I had a major mental block about skating last because I don't like to wait. Try to get away from the sun, but it's literally impossible.
6059, 6059, 6059.
It was hard. It was so hard, and I wanted so badly to do well.
Triple sound count, she steps out of it, it's over. There's nothing she can do to beat Midori Ito now. It's just a battle for second place.
It was just mainly disappointing to myself that I kind of went into it with a cowardly attitude.
Yes, she was extremely nervous. In fact, she was practically in panic before on the dressing room. It was a women's dressing room. My wife was saying, she came out, said she has a basket case. I mean, she's completely panicking.
I look back at it and I think, geez, you know, everyone was just cutting me down unbelievably. I mean, oh, yes, because I choked. That's what people saw.
Now you're kidding. Come here.
What people saw
Jill,
was not pretty.
Are you kidding? I know you're tired. That's why I said don't do it. What the heck is
There's
the
kind of an
problem?
unwritten rule about using the word choke around world-class athletes. So they didn't use it. But what was choking Jill Trenary was the pressure of world competition. In 1989, on top of the Nationals, but then she got choked out of a shining moment by the new kid on the block, Kristi Yamaguchi.
I felt a little bad last year. I can honestly say that. I'm not going to lie that I felt bad. I felt like I was standing on the podium, and then Kristi was just standing on second, just glowing, and everyone was looking at her. And obviously, I mean, I was a little jealous, and it was hard, but my friends kept saying, Jill, you had the gold medal around your neck. And I said, yes, but, you know, last year it was yes, but, and it bothered me.
Well, guess what? This year it's but yes. There seem to be no more clouds hanging over any part of Jill Trenary's life. And these days, it's as though the Colorado air is bringing the fountain of youth to her. And you want to talk about confidence medicine? Let's confirm an old wives' tale here. Laughter is the best medicine, especially if you laugh at yourself. And if you start to really believe in yourself, you get that glow that everybody wants a piece of. You get to a point, I guess, where you have to have what they call a real life to go along with the toils and spoils of training and competing. It is like baking. The right ingredients all add up to the real life cycle. This part is called growing up. And if you really want to go the next step, you go ahead and write about it.
I think because I'm 21, you have to grow up. You mature. I mean, it's obvious when you get older, you have to be more independent. This year I have my own apartment. I feel like I'm more in charge of my life. You know, I am Jill Trenary, and I am responsible for if I skate well or skate bad, and it's a good feeling.
Talk about good feeling. How about feeling good about her third national title and her first ever perfect score?
I can honestly say it's the best performance I've done, and regardless of what happens from this day forward, I'm going to be very proud of this for a long time.
You get the feeling that with the arrival of this newfound confidence and pride and glow, that it has married nicely to the grace and beauty that was always there. You look at this and you say, who wouldn't watch and say, now that's skating? And guess who's watching? The world champion is no fool, because when you're on top, the only place you can really go is down.
Midori has to land all the jump, because Midori has one thing. If she doesn't land all the jump, she doesn't have the style and the program that Jill has it. So she has to land all the jump. If she misses something, she's in trouble.
I want to give her a shot. I want to give her a run for the money. And at least if I don't win, I want to be a tough challenge for her.
Our next competitor represents
Next up, the three-time United States national champion, still searching for her first world title. She was first after the compulsories. Disaster yesterday. Now she must skate well.
I guess you can kind of relate this program to a minefield. She can't make any mistakes. Her first jump, she doubled it yesterday in the original program, a triple toe loop. She hit it perfectly to a double toe loop.
Nice start.
Her next jump, the hardest jump she does, a triple flip. She really needs this. Perfect! Very difficult combination. She's the only one in the competition that does it. A one-foot axel and a triple sow cow. Oh, and she slipped on the landing a little bit.
Comparisons to be made between what happened to Jill in Salt Lake City at the U.S. Nationals and here. There, a month ago, she skated poorly in the original program and had a very strong free skate.
What sets Jill apart from Midori Ito is her choreography. She's worked with a new choreographer this year. It's given her a brand new look. It's just beautiful skating. Another beautiful triple toe loop. Right here, went a triple sow cow. Oh, and wow, she's really earned it. All she has to do is beat Kristi Yamaguchi.
And then, of course, sit back for Natalya, Lebedeva, and Holly Cook. So it's not over yet. Jill Trenary, now resident of Colorado Springs, Colorado. She is in quest of her first ever world championship. We'll be back with Jill's marks in a moment.
The marks for Jill Trenary for
Welcome back to figure skating, and now the marks for Jill Trenary.
5-7.
And those are great marks. The 2 5-8s and straight 5-7s. Again, in order to stay over Midori Ito, all she had to do was beat Kristi Yamaguchi. Her second marks should go up quite a bit. The program was really strong. This could break Midori Ito's heart.
Now they have to go. Marks for artistic impression.
And that'll do it.
Artistic.
Here they are.
5-8, 5-9, 5-8, 5-9.
Wow.
5-9.
She needed to come up with a great performance. She needed to beat Kristi Yamaguchi mathematically to eliminate Midori Ito, and she just did that. Now all she has to do is stay ahead of the next two skaters, and she wins the World Championship.
Thank you.
So Jill Trenary has done her job. Now she must wait for this young lady, Natalya Lebedeva.
Competitor represents the Soviet
now
Union.
skating in Moscow, second in the European Championships, and not known, Scott, as a great free skater.
She delivered a solid original program to put her in first place coming into this free program. She has had problems with her free programs in the past. Opening jump, a nice double axel. Every jump you'll see from now on determines the championship. Triple toe loop into double toe loop. Triple toe loop into double sow cow. Sow cow, and she hangs on to the landing, a little turnout. This performance definitely is not on the level of Jill Trenary's.
Natalya is the oldest of the final five. She's 25 years of age. Had to withdraw from skating for a couple of years because of ankle surgery.
Another triple sow cow, and she does it beautifully. I've never seen her skate this well.
Well, you and I saw her a month ago in Leningrad when she had a chance to win the European Championships and fell twice during the free skates. But is this enough, do you think, to surpass Jill Trenary?
Oh, definitely not. She does not have the technical ability, and with Jill pulling off that triple flip, it really set her apart from Natalya. Triple toe loop into a spill. And what that triple toe loop right there did was open the door for Holly Cook of the United States to stay in there and win a medal.
Holly Cook will follow Natalya Lebedeva. And what a first World Championships it would be for Holly Cook.
I think what makes skating a lot different from other sports is that performance is so important. And Natalya doesn't get as excited about her skating as the other skaters get excited about theirs, and it can show up in the marks.
not unexpected, somewhat uninspired free skate by Natalya Lebedeva. And her performance should open the door for Holly Cook, 19 years old from Bountiful, Utah. Third in the U.S. Nationals, a chance for third in the world. She's next.
Thank you.
Natalya Lebedeva's marks dropped her to fourth, and that means that Holly Cook out of Bountiful, Utah, in her first appearance in the Worlds, has a chance to take home a bronze medal. And she has been terrific so far this week. Fourth in the compulsories, third in the original program.
I mean, this is unbelievable. Holly Cook was surprised to even make the world team. She was third at the Nationals. And can you imagine being second after the original program? Must have put her in shock. She's got a great chance at a medal here. Her opening move, a double axel. Look at the speed she has going into this jump. Nicely done. Next jump's combination of triple toe loop into double toe loop. Can this girl take the pressure?
She's really delightful. She hasn't let anything bother her this week. She's just having the time of her life.
Well, she said that if she can get past this triple Salchow in the opening of her program, that she feels like she's home free, and here it is. And she doubles it. Remember, you're rewarded with what you do, not what you leave out. She will retain a medal. It'll be a bronze. If she's fifth, the bronze medal goes to Kristi Yamaguchi. So everything she does, the rest of this program is very important. Triple Salchow, and she does it into a double toe loop.
Graduated from Beaumont High School last spring in Bountiful. Among other hobbies, she collects banana items.
Her last triple, a triple toe loop. Oh, and she slips on that. That could have cost her the medal. she's really got to be proud of this performance. In your first World Championships, it's really intimidating, but to be in medal contention your first World Championships, that's something entirely different. I thought she did a great job.
There's the first banana someone has thrown on the ice. And Kristi Yamaguchi waiting to find out now. Did she win the bronze or not?
Marks for Holly Cook.
Now the marks for Holly Cook.
Well, 5'3", 5'6", those are nowhere near Kristi Yamaguchi's marks.
5'3", 5'6",
on the technical side.
5'5", 5'4", 5'6",
waiting to
5'6".
see the artistic merit marks.
It's going to be close. Having a little trouble getting the artistic marks out. There they are. And those are not going to be as good as Kristi Yamaguchi's for the free skating, but it does assure her 4th place in the long program, and that will be good enough to keep her in 3rd place. Unbelievable. I was 11th my first World Championship, and she wins the medal. This is just terrific.
5'5", 5'8", 5'4", 5'5", 5'5", 5'6". Simon Cease.
She has no idea. Oh my God! It's like, who cares? What? I finished. That's great. What? I'm 3rd? I'm 3rd? Oh my God! I can't believe it. I didn't even skate
Not bad for a fat kid, huh? Oh, you're incredible. You are incredible. How you doing?
I don't know. I don't feel anything.
You're just incredible. The face. You were just... You know, don't do this to me anymore.
I'm making it hard.
You're gonna kill it.
Jill, congratulations. How does it feel?
My dad just said, how do you feel? And I really can't say I feel anything yet, except for I wanted to leave feeling good. And I skated well for me. I made one little mistake, but I worked hard all year round, and that's the most important thing.
What does this do to the decision now to turn professional?
It doesn't make anything different. I have to take some time off after the tour and really relax and then see how I feel. It's going to be different without the school figures.
What a difference a day makes from yesterday, huh?
Short programs are all tense. You know, you make one mistake and it's over, but luckily I had the good lead, so I just want to say hi to everyone back in Colorado Springs and hi to my mom and my brother. I'm really happy to be here. It was great.
If they could talk back, they'd say congratulations, congratulations.
Thank you.
So with that superb performance, Jill Trenary wins her first gold medal. Midori Ito was 2nd. Holly Cook of the States was 3rd. And Kristi Yamaguchi of the United States was 4th. Now with Holly Cook, let's go down to Pat O'Brien.
Well, do you think they're celebrating in Bountiful, Utah right now?
Not as much as I am going to do tonight. Oh, man.
You just said you can't believe this. When do you think it'll set in?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
Well, you came out of nowhere and did this. You do know that, don't you?
Yeah, I think that helped me a lot, is to be the underdog. I didn't have as much pressure as the other skaters, but...
Catch your breath. Congratulations. Back to you, Vern.
All right, Pat, from Bountiful, Utah to 3rd in the world. We'll be right back.
Ladies and gentlemen, the national anthem of the United States of America, l'hymne national des États-Unis. 1990 World Ladies Champion.
A big day of basketball.